It's a Fortune 500 company in the packaging. So I was heading that Indian business, and then I was an expert for some years in Malaysia. And, and 2 3 years back, I quit and enjoying my so-called early retirement life. Yeah.
Good. Good to know.
Yeah, I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm a proud mechanical engineer. I passed from Malad College of Engineering, Hassan. Yeah.
Awesome. Yes.
Which year were you with the HMT CNC machine tool?
Oh yes, I joined HMT in 83. From 83 to 92, I was with HMT.
Bangalore or Hyderabad?
I joined HMT Hyderabad first, and then I moved to HMT Bangalore in the marketing.
So there was one Mr. Yoganand who was there in the project division.
Yes.
I don't know where he is today, because you see this rail wheel factory here in Yelahanka.
I know. Yes.
It's then called the wheel and axle plant.
No.
So I was part of the project team, and our machining line for the axle machine shop is totally from HMT. And Mr. Yoganand was the person we were interacting with. He was a contact man from HMT.
He's quite senior. In fact,
he must be about 75 years old. I mean, I'm 70, so he must be about 75 now.
He's very senior to me.
He was older than me.
In fact, I come to Wheel and Axle Factory when the project in charge, the purchase in charge is a Mangalorean. I forgot his name.
You're talking about Alwa, Harijivan Alwa.
No, not Alwa. Another. He had a house in Yelahanka, Newtown. He's a
Kaushik? Thin fair chap is Kaushik. These are two Mangaloreans I know who headed the material management function. We call them controller of stores in the railways parlance.
He was heading the purchase. He's the one who's taking care of all the purchase.
That was Kaushik and Alwa. There were two from, ones I know, later on I don't know.
It is in the year, I can tell you, 91 or 92, between 90 and 92.
90 and 92.
Are you there? Were you there?
No, I left in 86 and then I came back in 2002.
Okay.
78 to 86 and then 2002 to 2004. I was a chief mechanical engineer.
Okay. Where else you were you in DCW, Varanasi and other places?
No, I was chief mechanical engineer in the rail coach factory at Kapurthala, RCF.
Awesome, Kapurthala. Okay.
So we are having a rich experience. So we need to get a lot of things from you.
Ultimately, in the railways, you all become good generalists, no? You realize later on that mechanical engineering was incidental.
Okay. So presently you are staying in Bangalore?
Yes, I have settled down in Yelahanka. Last 10 years I'm here. And I'm also a COVID survivor.
Wow.
Last month. Interesting.
Is there any after effects, sir?
Little weakness.
Okay.
It's now 4 weeks since I got discharged, so that will persist.
Okay. We are not able to hear you. I think you are muted.
You are on YouTube.
Yes, sir. Audible now.
Yep.
Yeah, now you are.
Yes, sir. So we just have 1 minute left to start. We'll be starting in next 1 minute, and we are just waiting for the people, those who are taking care of the live session on Facebook and YouTube to start with. And as we get the intimation, we can start over here our session.
Sure.
In our room. Aditya, you can just please confirm me once the live session has been started by the volunteers.
So the live session has begun, sir.
Okay. Fine. Aditya, you can start. You can start with.
Good evening, everyone. This is Aditya VP, and I welcome you all to SoFE 2020, hosted by IMAKI RUA Student Chapter. I hope all of you are taking good care of yourselves during these uncertain times. With great pleasure, I would like to welcome our judges for the event. I would also like to welcome the members of IMEC Southern India branch, and young member panel of India branch. The committee members of Ramaiah University student chapter and the participants. Now, I request Mr. Mohammad Amin Sheikh, young member South India panel, to take the event further.
Thank you, Aditya. So without this event, so first of all, let me just introduce you to this particular event, that is Speak Out for Engineering 2020 for Southern India Heat. We are hosting it today, and I would like to welcome our three judges. Mr. Priyadarshi KG, a mechanical engineer with MBA in marketing in 1990. He started his career at HMT from engineer training to sales manager. Later, he started his career with Sealed Air as business head and being the director cushioning solution Asia, Middle East, Africa, and Turkey. Later, he has also been the regional channels director of Asia. He is a specialist in strategic management, industrial management, and he has been as a coach, mentor for startup management and turnaround skills. At present, he is a freelancer for the startups and MSMEs. So, welcome, sir, and thank you for accepting the invitation as a judge for SoFE Southern India Heat 2020.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be with you guys. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So, our next judge is Arun Bhagra. Arun sir joined Indian Railway in 1968, leaving IIT Delhi after first semester. He joined Southern Railway in 1972 as a AME. He retired in 2010 as a AGM of SC Railway in Secunderabad. His forte has been general management of large infrastructures, maintenance of and operation of railway rolling stock at an HRD of the project team which built the WAP, now called as Railway Factory at Yelahanka. He set up the HRD wing of the new SWR, Southern Western Railway at Hubli, as Chief Personnel Officer in 2004 and 5. After retirement, he has worked as a consultant with Tata Projects Limited for the Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor for 2 years. At Arun Bhagra, he is the current chairman of Southern Regional Panel of IMEC in India. He is also a fellow of Institution of Engineers India. So I welcome Mr. Arun Bhagra, sir, as a second judge panel of Southern India Heat 2020.
Thank you very much, Amin. Look forward
Yes,
to.
sir. Thank you, sir. Satyanarayan Siriginya is a fellow of IMEC UK. Satya is reputed mechanical engineer and to engineering industry for last 25 years in the sectors of related to application of mechanical engineering like aerospace, gas turbine, automotive, and highways and transportation and infrastructure industry, and for national and international clients. With a high quality of work with innovation, Satya has actively involved in development of all ALH Dhruv helicopter for our country, India. Satya is working with an MNC Atkins as a lead engineer for mechanical design and analysis stream in Bangalore office. Satya is certified professional development consultant and panel member for mechanical engineers towards the professional certification to IMEC. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and being the judge panel for SoFE Southern India Heat 2020.
Thank you, Amin.
Thank you all. Yes, sir. So now I would like to invite the participant for this particular event. As we are already aware that we have already shared the presentations to our judges in prior the participants sessions, and today will be hosting only the question answer session. And the rules for this particular is we are making sure that this will be only for 10 minutes, and at 9 minutes one of our volunteer will give a intimation to everyone saying that 1 minute left, so that will be the last question for the candidate. So now I would like to invite the first participant of SoFE 2020 Southern Heat, that is Mohan Raj. Mohan Raj, you can on the video and you can be on the screen. Yes, sir, we can start.
Hello, sir. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mohan Raj. very honored to be in front of the judges. And yes.
So, may I go with the first question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, good evening, Mohan Raj. Hope you are doing good. My first question to you is, first of all, thanks for enlightening us with Industry 4.2. The first question for you is, could you please cite
this paradox, if I may say so?
Yes, sir. That's a very interesting question. So we see that India itself has a in-house demand for automotive vehicles, which is increasing day by day. Yes, as you said, the number of employees used per number of vehicles will be reduced. But given that the number of demand for this vehicle is increasing and the sales will be increased multifold, since automobile sectors will be able to focus on the global demand and will be able to serve global demand and be in competition with global competitors, the increased number of sales will precede the number of employments that is going to go down, and it will further increase the number of employees.
So you expect that in a net form, there'll be more employment?
Yes, yes.
In the automotive sector?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mohan Raj, I have seen your presentation. You have given Industry 4.0 for applicable to manufacturing. But you have mentioned that like IoT, artificial intelligence, and data analytics are used in manufacturing. So can you explain that how artificial intelligence and data analytics are used in the manufacturing sector for Industry 4? Just can you touch upon?
Sure, sir. So analytics is very important because in manufacturing also involves a lot of inventory control, inventory management, and also the expecting the future demands. This is where analytics comes in very handy, wherein the data analytics, given the reliable data sources, can help the companies predict what will be the future demands and how to manage the inventory for the keeping the future in mind. Also, AI and machine learning, as for example, we see that a lot of software solutions has come in, which is increasing the pace of new product development, and thereby they're improving the manufacturing of the current Indian ecosystem.
So that means data analytics, real-time data will be used for estimating the what exactly is needed. So in that context, the artificial intelligence and machine learning will be applied to solve this problem. That's what you want to say?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes, sir. Priyadarshi, sir.
Oh, okay. I just want to get into the follow-up clarification regarding my first question, Mohan Raj. I would like to, I'm looking at some of the applications. Okay, you told which are the industries like Bajaj you had mentioned. Can you cite the examples, the application of Industry 4.0 innovations? Okay, if you're not able to do it in a particular industry, then you can take up with a machine tool or any other things. I'm just looking at the specific applications.
Okay, sir. For example, now there are softwares that is available which guides us in design. For example, the Fusion 360 software from Autodesk helps in technologies like creative shape generation, generative shape design. Wherein these ultimately contribute to the to reduced time for product development, and these things are used in the industries now.
Okay.
Mr. Mohan Raj.
Yes.
How can we rectify the situation where our country has not even reached half a century in the number of patents relevant to this field, and our competitors are in the thousands, China, America, for example? How can we rectify the situation?
Okay. So the situation is mainly because the whatever the education we are getting and whatever we do with that education is just we are not focusing much on the research part. As we can see, most of the products which India develops are is developed by MNC companies, and we should, given the large number of human resources.
Tata Nano was totally an Indian development in this automotive sector. There's nothing from the MNCs involved, so I don't think we can. Anyway, please carry on. Sorry.
Yes. Okay. And the awareness about the law and intellectual property is very less, at least relatively when compared to other countries among the youngsters. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. You can go on.
Yes. The support from the government for indigenous development and the awareness about IP and intellectual property rights should be encouraged among the youngsters.
So do you give this kind of feedback to your instructors or the people who are, at the decision making level in your university, in your technical institution? Yes, you're still studying, I presume.
I just graduated from mechanical engineering.
All right. Okay. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mohan Raj, you have talked a lot about network readiness. So what does that mean? How it influences automotive sector and industry 4?
So network readiness. Yes, sure. So network readiness is more a general topic, and it is not only limited for automotive industry. Network readiness is the capacity of a country, as in the general infrastructure for internet and connectivities of devices.
Okay.
The capacity
so
of the country.
If you have basic infrastructure like internet, all like connectivity, then the network readiness index will improve. That's what I want to say.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We have 2 minutes left, so someone can, if you have any queries or like questions, someone can ask. Any question from the audience side?
Yeah.
Sir, you can ask a question, I guess. No question from the audience.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, can go ahead now.
Yes, sir.
So Priyadarshi, please go ahead.
I have network connection. It's getting distant. Yeah. Mohan Raj, are you aware of Industry 5.0? If so, what is the difference between Industry 4.0 and 5.0?
Yes, sir. I've heard a few companies are already working in Industry 5.0 aspects. Although I don't know the exact details of what are they working on, but they seems to be working more on deep learning and deep learning technologies and other advanced technologies. Basically, they are the advanced versions of the Industry 4.0 aspects. For example, deep learning and much more deeper technologies like I'm not sure, sir, about fully about that.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Hope you'll get into your school books or Google it and find out what is the next evaluation in the industry. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Mohan Raj. So I would like to call the next participant, Abdul Manan. Abdul Manan?
Yes.
Yeah, you can just on your screen.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Priyadarshi, sir.
Good evening, Abdul. How are you today?
Yes, sir. I'm fine. How are you?
Good. So far, so good. My question to you is, adaptive cruise control only the gas pedal, am I right?
Yeah.
If so, how does it control the speed of the car in a steep downhill section?
Okay. So adaptive cruise control, like a regular cruise control, allows the driver to set a desired speed based on the vehicle prior to it. In addition, any object in front of the vehicle. Suppose the lead vehicle slows down, with the help of adaptive cruise control, the vehicle automatically sets a desired speed prior to the vehicle. And similarly, in the downhill, the adaptive cruise control, with the help of the sensors and the regular control, it helps in controlling the speed exactly to the prior vehicle. That's the dynamic cruise control. That's the dynamic cruise control or the radar cruise control available in the vehicle.
Yeah.
That is for the downhill and the priority.
Okay. I mean, the gas pedal is fully lifted up. Okay. You use the right word, dynamic cruise control. Can you just tell once again in the steep downhill how this dynamic control acts? You took the right word. You took the right word. Okay. I was looking for the dynamic cruise control. You said that. But I want you to look in the context of steep downhill.
It's on the timing and tension of dynamic characteristic, I would say.
Okay, I mean, I do not want to answer that, but I just heard you about that. I will pass on the baton to my next judge. We'll come back to you on that, Abdul. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Arun Bhagarasa.
Hello, Abdul. Now, I'm trying to change my car, okay, and I want to get into a newer model, and I'm kind of curious about this new technology which you talked about in your paper, adaptive cruise control. Now, which Indian models, cars come with it as a standard fitment, not as an optional, as a standard fitment? Can you guide me?
In India, Maruti Suzuki cars.
Which particular model? Is it a standard fitment, not as an optional?
Actually, Here Tech is a new model for the new generation, platform for Maruti Suzuki, and is designed for the core focus of safety. Basically, adaptive cruise control focuses on the safety of the driver. So this Here Tech from Maruti Suzuki is a new generation and platform which has been built on advanced and high tensile things.
So it is for which models of Maruti? Airtag is a model. I mean, I would have
cars.
Desire.
Okay. It is a cars on Hectare. I think Presso. There was a car from Maruti Suzuki, Espresso. I think it's an Espresso.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
That's the platform from a high-tech thing, and there are a lot of advantages like platform in designing using ultra and advanced high-strength steels with a smooth continuous frame.
No, I know you've given us a lot of advantages in your presentation, but I just wanting to know any car which comes with this as standard. We fitted this as a standard item, and you can try it on a test drive and then check it out. All right, thank you.
Okay. I have gone through your presentation, so you mentioned a lot of like adaptive cruise control. So I've seen that the radar system is the key in that one. So suppose if the radar system fails when you are going on the ride, test ride, or maybe on the long ride. So is there any redundancy in the system? So if the system fails, whether the adaptive cruise control system will come back to the normal regular type of system, or still you can use that as a adaptive cruise control system? Because in this system, radar is the main key actually. If the radar system fails, how this can be implemented again as an adaptive cruise control system? Can you explain?
Actually, automotive sensors and radar and mutual interfaces are active safety for the car, and the system without suffering an intolerable error rate has to achieve while treating the interface as noise, neglects. And with the help of automotive sensors, the adaptive cruise control is being activated. And about radar system, I feel if it's getting disconnected, as in if it fails, the entire adaptive cruise control has been it's actually activated based on the sensor, automotive sensor. So as it activates, it starts working prior to the vehicle or an object right in front of the sensor based on the desired speed. So that's when it's activated.
In that context, we have a lot of traffic in maybe like metropolitan cities, Bangalore, cities. So whether this adaptive cruise control system is really applicable, because in case
no. Actually, adaptive cruise control is very much helpful for long rides. Not for especially. That's why sir had asked a question. Cars in India. Basically, you will not find many cars in India which uses adaptive cruise control. There is a separate cruise control, but the adaptive is the advanced version which has been invented. Not that it's very much advanced model of the cruise control. Okay, and that's why we won't find much in India, and especially to trafficated places, this control system is not applicable. It's just for the long rides. And cars like Tata Altroz, they use adaptive cruise control. Even Mahindra Thar and Kia Seltos. But as I said, for the sake of traffic, if you're considering, it won't be any useful. Well, the researchers are currently working on the advanced type of radar cruise control, what I actually spoke. And there is another cruise control as intelligent cruise control and automatic cruise control. This helps in maintaining safe gap for a very close range. Adaptive cruise control is for not that close range. It's, as I said, it's for a long ride. And in a long ride, yeah, we firstly see the sensor of the prior vehicle. The sensor detects the speed of the prior vehicle and acts upon it.
Okay, that's fine. So that means it is not a necessary system, but it is just like some kind of provision we can have actually in the car systems.
I would not say necessary, because for long rides, people tend to take a rest while driving also. We have observed they get tired. And sometimes the cause of accident is just because the driver falls asleep. It just happened. There are many cases like that. And as I said, in long drive, with the help of this, they try to maintain a safe gap. It's not just that reducing the speed or increasing based on the vehicle. It's just to maintain a safe gap.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Abdul, I will agree with you that this is ideal for the long drive. Okay. We both are going on a long drive from Bangalore to Tumkur in a highway. Okay. Okay. Can I use the adaptive control on Indian highways looking at the way we drive? I'm talking about, because
in highway we can use, definitely this is designed for in such a way that for long rides and highways we can use. And talking about Indian highways, as the roads would definitely not affect the system in any ways. The roads, whether it is good or bad, it's just depending on the sensor. It detects the prior vehicle, isn't it? The vehicle in front of you. So the roads and a highway would definitely not matter for the system, and definitely we can use it.
You know why, when I said the Indian road, for all this adaptive control, the lane discipline is a must. And in India, we do not know the meaning of the lane discipline. So there may be one car, if you are follow-on mode, you are going it with a certain gap, you can fix it. But when the lane discipline is there, some car gets in there, I mean, you're stuck. I mean, that's what I was looking at, that how are you taking care of the lane indiscipline in anywhere in the world? If you forget about it, anywhere, does the adaptive control works?
Again, in India, people are still working on it. Like as I said, Tata is I had just studied about the research of the Tata Altroz, and they were actually have the adaptive cruise control. But this thing actually not just adaptive cruise control.
Last 1 minute, Abdul. Sorry to interrupt. Last 1 minute.
Yeah, this cruise control is just used for in an automatic vehicle. Example, you take a Rolls Royce. There is a fully automatic car, and this is directly implemented on the car. And again, if you take a normal vehicle, you wouldn't find advanced systems. So for while riding, it would be up to us. And yeah, as I said, the research from Tata is especially focusing on adaptive cruise control.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think the time is up, but for your information, dynamic cruise control only comes with the extra braking option. They're the only difference between the adaptive and the dynamic. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Abdul. So the next participant is Millie Bhimani. So I'd like to call her on the screen.
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to be in front of the judges here.
Good evening.
Hi, Millie. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Thank you. My question to you is, in one of your slides, you had mentioned that this is the cost-effective solution for the large volume operations. If so, why the Indian companies are not commercializing additive manufacturing or 3D printing?
So one thing is that in India, the unemployment rate is very high. So taking that as a factor, they're not bringing out additive manufacturing now. And it's not that completely they started it. They are trying to get it. Like the startups are trying to get additive manufacturing.
I mean, you're telling the startup is doing it.
Yes, sir. And plus, the materials used in additive manufacturing are not easily available. And people don't have that skill to get on with additive manufacturing techniques.
Okay, just overall, is it a cheaper solution or the expensive solution compared to the conventional manufacturing?
For this thing, it depends on the production. If your production is more, then additive manufacturing is the best technique.
Okay, that's what I'm coming into that. If the volume is high, for certain examples like in automotive industries, why the companies, I mean, none of the companies, just for your information, none of these companies, automotive manufacturers, are using additive manufacturing. Why? If it is cheaper for higher volume.
So you require the skills. In this, you require the CAD engineers. They should be knowing how to do that work.
Okay, thank you, Millie. Yeah.
Hello, Millie. In your presentation, you have described 8 techniques of additive manufacturing. And you've also given some examples from industry of products manufactured by using these methods. Now, one of the examples you showed was dental jaws. Then there was a chassis of a car. Now, can you tell us which of these 8 methods were used for manufacturing of these 2 components?
Yes, sir. For automotive products like the chassis and all, we can use powdered bed fusion or direct deposition, energy deposition.
No. Are you aware of where it is being used, or it's again theoretical?
No, sir. I am aware because I had studied it in my online class.
And these dental jaws, which process would you use?
For dental jaws, we can go for powdered bed fusion only, sir. Or if we can even use material extrusion.
All right, thank you.
Millie, I have gone through your presentation. You have given different techniques of additive manufacturing. Thanks for that.
Yes,
but you mentioned that due to additive manufacturing, so there is a reduction in the manufacturing jobs actually. So if there is a reduction in the manufacturing jobs, so why we have to go for additive manufacturing? That is one question. But on other side, we are telling that because of this artificial intelligence and data science, so there are a lot of jobs we are trying to create. How you can correlate? So both are in one side, we are telling that additive manufacturing, there is a reduction of jobs. But on the other side, we are using this artificial intelligence, data science. So there is a lot of opportunity to create more jobs. How you can correlate these two? Just can you explain?
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, you're audible. You can tell.
Yes, sir. So coming to your question, additive manufacturing, sir, if I'm, then it will help me a lot. And if I have to contribute it from a country, then additive manufacturing will not come into picture because it's taking away people's job and
I think your voice is breaking. I think you are not able
Yes,
to hear.
poor audio.
so now,
Yep. Okay.
Sorry.
yes, sir. In vision, more and more. Like I don't have to take papers or I don't have
I found a lot of disturbance. Is it only for me?
Yeah, I also
experienced a lot of static.
Okay, I'll just repeat my answer then.
Yes, please go ahead.
As an individual, I would prefer additive manufacturing as it would give me more and more profit. But if I have to contribute from my country and my fellow brothers environment, then I would go for CNC techniques or any other conventional manufacturing technique.
Okay, so that means you, for sake of country, you are doing something. For sake of yourself, you are doing something. That's what you mean to say?
Yes, sir. Because here, from my country, then I have to train people and then get on with additive manufacturing.
Okay.
So, Millie, in that context, do you think is there any future for 3D printing or additive manufacturing in India?
Yes, sir. If we create awareness now and we get people into it, then we can think about additive manufacturing.
Yeah, but I'm going with my fellow judge question actually, and which you answered that if I think about the country, I will not go for additive manufacturing. So in that context, I'm asking you, is there any future for additive manufacturing when we are becoming too nationalistic in every sector?
So at present, there's no future of additive manufacturing in India.
Okay. Yeah.
When we create awareness and the scenario changes, we can get in with it.
Okay.
Okay.
When you say 1981, this technique was invented, which country was it in?
So presently in USA and many other countries, they have started manufacturing using
about 1981, you said in your presentation.
Okay,
So where was it? You mentioned some laboratory, but which country was it? I just wanted to ask you. Because the country was not mentioned.
Sir?
I can hear you.
Yes, sir. So the first information was leaked out in Japan's newspaper regarding the solid printing, and then USA does.
So Japanese were the
and machines.
Right. Okay. And we've not entered the third generation because you said it's taken 35 years for the second generation to start in 2015. Why was it so long?
Because it's a new technique, people should get familiar with it, and that's all I
mean, absorption of the new technology has taken so long. All righty. Thank you.
Yeah. So we are. The time is up. It's already 10 minutes past.
Yeah.
So thank you, Millie.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now I would like to call Aditya. Can you please confirm if Akash is available right now?
Yes, sir. I'm checking with that.
Okay. So in a meanwhile, we can. I would like to call V Chetan as the next participant.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Chetan. This seems to be a F1 enthusiast. I am too. Which car normally you follow in F1?
Sir, Red Bull.
Red Bull. Okay. Yeah. So this is the question. That was not the question. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for. You have mentioned at the beginning of the presentation that understanding F1 front wing design helps in the real world improving energy efficiency and safety.
Yes,
Can you explain how it is helping to increase the same in the modern cars?
sir. For example, first time when Williams started racing, now which is a back marker, they brought in the concept of flywheel. It's been used in everyday cars. And now, when we talk about front wing, it helps to increases the what is the grip of the total car by increasing its aerodynamics. So indirectly, when we can manage to car speed over, it also increases the grip of the speed.
Audio. Audio.
Abdul, I was not able to hear properly. Yeah,
Same
I do
here.
not know. It came. Yeah. But please don't stick to that because of the audio thing. I think you please extend that 10 minutes now.
Sir, can I just... Sir, am I audible now?
You're audible, Chetan.
Yes, you are audible.
Can I keep my video off? Actually, the internet is not good, I suppose.
I will leave this decision to Abdul. I'm okay with that.
Is it okay?
Yeah, I have no issue. I mean,
yeah, okay.
It's better to hear him.
So please elaborate. I did not get you. I mean, I was asking you that F1 design, all those benefits, whatever the being transferred regarding the efficiency, energy, and safety.
Sir, yeah. When we look into everyday cars, now we see the concept of flywheel used. So that concept was derived from the cars that brought it from Williams, which was introduced in F1.
Now, where is this flywheel in the modern cars?
Sir, when the gas, we take our leg out from the gas and apply brakes, the power does not end immediately. They transfer it to the flywheel. So
Chetan, we are not getting into the engine. We are talking only about because you talked about the front wing design. I'm only getting into the front wing design. Okay, I'm not getting into the engine parts. So in the front wing, okay, just to follow up on that, you said about the drag and the downforce. So same thing in the modern cars, how it is being designed.
Sir, if we look into the bumpers and the front part of the hood in normal cars, we can see that in supercars and all, they are making it much lower to the ground and better at distributing the air all around the cars, which came into existence because of F1.
Okay, okay. I will come back afterwards after my fellow judges' questions. Yeah.
Chetan, you've given a description of the different components of this assembly of the front wing in a Formula car. Different components you have said. Now, can you also explain to us what material do they use and how would they manufacture this front wing, of an F1 car?
Sir, the material used is carbon fiber. I'm not quite sure about the manufacturing technique that they use exactly.
I see. It could be the 3D manufacturing, I presume. I mean, I thought you would be able to enlighten me. But carbon fiber is the what they call graphene or something, huh?
Yes, sir.
No, graphene, of course, I think is at the nano level.
Yes, sir.
And have you done any wind tunnel experiments during the course of your engineering study to simulate this since you seem to be so very much interested in this particular component, so did you get an opportunity or to simulate the effects of a front wing of an Formula car in your college?
In experiments or anything, but I've been like following it.
Following the literature or
Yes, sir.
or events?
So like each and every team explain their front wing, so I look into it. That's it. Not much literature and all. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Chetan, you have talked about F1 sports car, and you talked about the front wing, and you talked about downforce, drag, and all. There are a lot of things in your presentation, so quite elaborate. So just I want to understand. So there is a speed of 180 miles per hour that the car is cruising, and what kind of transmission system that is used in Ferrari? Do you have any idea? Can you explain?
So I could not get that. Can you tell again?
So Ferrari, that car, sports car, whatever you are talking about. So it is traveling at a higher speeds like 180 miles per hour. To achieve that speed, so generally we introduce the transmission system like a gear system. So what kind of transmission system you will use in that one?
So same gear system itself. Instead of the gear lever on the left side of your hand, they give it with the steering wheel.
Okay.
Chetan, can I ask the question, Guru? You have Satyanan your word?
Yes.
Yeah. Chetan, just enlighten me. What is the main objective of your project? What is the message you want us to take away from this?
Sir, I just was excited because this was the pinnacle of mechanical engineering towards automobile. Because this is the most efficiently used cars where they use the battery power, electricity, and fuel power complete most efficiently compared to any other.
So what is the message you said?
So if we try and we could bring those technologies into normal world, we can conserve energy.
Okay.
By fuels and electricity more efficiently.
How are you going to do that? In the Formula One cars, so they are the energy juggler. You know that. That's why the Honda people walked out from the F1 because they don't want to. I mean, because the energy. I mean, it just guzzles the fuel. So how are you telling that the F1 is going to help the modern cars in saving the?
Hear you.
I mean, you are muted.
Sir, yes, sir. We can go for two more minutes, 2 to 3 minutes more, or maybe one more round of question by you and Satya sir.
Okay, Chetan, in your presentation, you have mentioned about a Formula One car taking a curve at 180 mph at Silverstone racetrack, which I presume is in England. Do we have any Formula One racetracks in our country? If so, where?
So I'm not aware of the location, but there is a Formula track in India.
Well, for your general knowledge, it's a little beyond Noida.
Buddha Circuit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Buddha Nagar. Okay. Thank you.
Satya sir.
Yes. In your you talked about a lot of formulas. There is high drag to the velocity in case of length is velocity. So to reduce the there is one possible area or reducing the velocity, but you can't velocity because you are so while reducing the area. So what kind of measures you take? You are talking about so much aerodynamics, so that can profile we can introduce so that air can flow efficiently, and to introduce the downforce also.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So thank you, Chetan. So I would like to call the next participant, last but not the least. Yeah, thank you, Chetan. Yeah. So I would like to call the next participant, Mr. Akarsh. So you can be on the screen. Yes, sir. Priyadarshi, sir.
Is he on the screen?
We can't see him.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I'm not able to see your hand.
Yeah,
Yes,
sorry, sir.
actually,
I have a bad connection issue, so sorry for the
okay.
inconvenience. I can't be able to turn on the video, so I'm hearing voice mode throughout the session. So sorry for that, sir.
Okay, Akash. Are you a mechanical engineer, Akash?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now looking back to the level 4, and level 5 autonomous cars stage,
Yeah.
everything is designed upon designing the chips, the computer control, hardware, everything. Tell me, what is the role of a mechanical engineer at that stage? What is your future when all the cars are going to be the level 4 and 5? As a mechanical engineer, do you have any role or the future?
I mean, design changes accordingly, right? In level 5, you don't have a steering wheel for steer the car. It is entirely automated. So you got to design interior according to that. And also accordingly, you got to build up certain sensors. Design is the key feature what you can look into in future.
Yeah, the design of I had seen your level 5 cockpit. I mean, it is aesthetics. So I'm just interested, what would be your role when the level 4 by automation comes as a mechanical engineer?
Designing aspects will be done by mechanical engineers. So, designing of the car would be designing suspension design and chassis. Everything will be done by mechanical engineers. So that will be a role.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Akash.
Hello, sir. How are you? Yeah.
In your presentation, you have mentioned that there are 10 million cars on the road the current year, following all the SAE levels of automation from 0 to, 0 is not automation, from 1 to 5. Out of these 10 million, how many are in India, and to what level of understanding, at what levels are we in?
Okay, sir. As of now in India, there are no self-driving cars. I would say it is entirely
SAE level 0 to 0. Of course, all are manually.
Zero.
1 to 5. How many are in India? You mean we don't even have an SAE level 1 car in our country?
Yeah, we have, sir. We have up to level 2. Level 2 we have. In level 1, all Maruti Suzuki vehicles do have parking assistant and all, which gives a heads up when the obstacle is behind while parking. And in level 2 also parking assistant. In BMW car, if you put a button and say like a car to park, it will park automatically. So up to level 2 we can see the cars in India, sir. From level 3, US has the most cars from level 3.
So in India, we are restricted up to level 2.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Mainly level 1, but level 2 is very high end. BMW, a guy like most of us, we can't think of owning a BMW. Yes, it is there. Alrighty. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Akash, actually, you mentioned that there are 5 levels of automation. Level 1, just we have discussed, that is available in India. So you mentioned that there will be assistance given to the blind spot, actually. So what are the blind spots and what kind of assistance driver will get? So in that design, can you
if you are parking manually, so if there is a car behind, you are going beyond your. You are about to crash. It will give it's also a kind of a blind spot, right? You don't recognize a car behind you. It will give a heads up, pop up. Sound like the obstacle is approaching near to you. So it can be also a blind spot.
Okay. So what kind of assistance driver will get from that our level 1 car?
I mean,
design?
the distance of the car from car behind the car. I mean, the distance.
Okay, he
Safe
himself will just see that one and get that there is car is approaching from the car itself. Is it?
Yeah. Safe zone of the car. What we are thinking of. So
Okay.
blind spot. Yeah.
Okay.
Akash, how
Yes, sir.
relevant is autonomous vehicles in Indian market?
Oh, sorry, sir. Can you repeat it again?
How relevant is autonomous vehicles in Indian market?
I mean, fully autonomous vehicle. I mean, as of now, can be functioning in India. As you said earlier, the lane departure thing. I mean, there are not so much of a highway, so that we can reach all the autonomous cars into the road. It is a difficult thing. Maybe in future, maybe in a decade, when India uh, follows strict traffic rules, we can see fully automated cars. As of now, it is not possible. That we can plan accordingly how we can.
Forget about the infrastructure. Infrastructure is perfect. What is the immediate need for automotive industry now?
What is the need? I mean, electric vehicles. As you can see now, so much pollution is going on. So in entire India, I mean, there are air purity is low in India. I mean, if electric vehicles can comes on road, you can see less pollution as well as more efficiency. So that's the main key thing for autonomous vehicles.
Yeah, thank you. I was looking for that answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Akash, in one of your slides, you have talked about Waymo, W-A-Y-M-O.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I understand that it's a company which was started by Google.
Yeah,
some years ago, almost 10 years ago. And how does Waymo compare with Tesla? They are also in through this driverless car business. So have you any? Because your presentation did not tell us much about this. You only said that in Arizona they're trying to set up a driverless taxi service via this mode.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about Tesla also, and are they complement each other or?
Yeah, sir. Tesla is an Tesla can be owned by a owner. I mean, this Waymo is it's a taxi, robo taxi. Tesla is not a robo taxi. Waymo driver will be there. It is complete. It is level 4, and Tesla is level 3. You get access to an app. Through that, you can order and travel from Waymo, so you can travel from it. I mean, in Tesla, it's a level 3 automation, sir. So that's the difference. Level 3 and level 4. What is the difference? That's the difference.
And do we have any level 5 vehicles under test anywhere in the
no,
world?
Sir.
Give us some light on that.
No, sir. I mean, the research is going on. There are no level 5. Level 4 is the utmost level what you reach now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Akash. So we are done with the 10 minutes. And now I'd like to request all the participants and also the volunteers in the room to on your video so that we can take a screenshot of everyone joining this room as a proof. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Thank you, everyone. So now I'd like to call Aditya for the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. On behalf of Ramaiah University and the IMEC student chapter, I would like to thank all the judges for taking time from their busy schedule and being present for today's event. It was wonderful having you all here. I would like to thank IMECI for organizing this event and making it available for the student chapter of Ramaiah University. I would also like to thank the organizing team, the members of IMECI, and the people who are watching it live on YouTube. I would like to thank the participants for their effort and participating in SoFE 2020. Last but not the least, I would like to thank Ramaiah University of Applied Sciences for constantly supporting us throughout. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditya. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being the judges of this for Southern India Heat SoFE 2020. Yeah, and thank you all for joining in and making this event successful in this COVID situation. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Yeah. So the results will be